Hello everyone, my name is Vipul Singh Parmar. I applied for AI engineer at AI Planet and this is my assignment. I've named my assignment Math Mentor. So Math Mentor is a project. The goal was to create an AI based tutoring system that will help students to solve math problems. The project involved several key components. So in this, first we build a natural language processing pipeline to understand the user input that include the tokenization and phrasing mathematical expression. Also in this, we leverage a Retrieval-Augmented Generation RAG model. It retrieves relevant information from the knowledge base and uses the language model like Gemini or any GPT-based model to generate output. Third, we use vector database such as ChromaDB to store and search through the mathematical knowledge efficiently. Finally, the project was developed by Fast API, and yeah, with the Docker, we can easily containerize it and scale it. So we ensure that the system can handle both arithmetic and more algebraic problems. So this is a kind of overview of the application. I have completed the documentation part and uploaded all the required documents of the project, which include the architecture in which the student enters the input. And there are three input types. First is text, then is image, and third is audio. User will enter image. It will, you can scan it by both method. You can use any OCR method and or Gemini, but the Gemini vision was more accurate, so I've implemented this step, this feature. And for the audio part, I'm using Whisper Tiny, which will transcribe the audio. Now, after the image and audio is transcribed, there will be HITL, which is which can be used to edit and modify the context, which is generated by these OCR and the transcription model. After that, there's a tracer agent, a router agent, and for RAG we use ChromaDB, and for memory you looker. For fast access we use SQLite. Now there's solver agent, a verify agent. So I will explain the project one by one, how it works, and yeah. For deployment part, I have deployed it on Streamlit, and I made this application using Streamlit. So it's very easy and very fast. So this is the complete UI, and there are three types of input you can give: text, image, and audio. First, we'll use text. For example, if I give an output 2x plus 4y divided by 7x plus 8y equals to 9x plus y. So this is a equation given by the user, and first we'll check the text input method. So after giving the equation, you have to just enter control and enter, and there will be a button execute reasoning. So when you click on this button, the agent starts. So the first step, there's a praiser agent which will analyze the structure. The router agent will calculate the following equation. So yeah, let me see how it's working. So after validation, now this is the solution of the equation. You can see after validating, the system confidence was 90%. And for the mathematical notation, as when I was using this model, I was getting the mathematical equation in a text form, which was not suitable for the user to understand. And so I used the LaTeX. As by LaTeX method, we can give the output in the mathematical notation. It will be easy for user to understand it. So the solution of the problem is written here. First step is identify the equation type, then arrange the standard form. So this is how this problem will be solved. Also, there's also strategic breakdown. where we'll identify the problem and then eliminate the fraction. And this is how step by step all things work. Also for this part, there are important takeaways. So user can see the particular method which will help them to solve the equation or problem much faster. So now after completing the part, completing the, generating the solution, you will get two options. First is mark as reliable and then second is document issue. So after mark as reliable, if the next question comes similar to this, then the model will take the reference of this equation and give answer accordingly. So for now, I'll mark this as reliable. Now second part comes is image part. So for the image part, you can see there is a drag and drop option, and I have given two options for first is Vision Core, which uses Gemini Vision API, and second is OCR Lite. So OCR Lite is a basic standard OCR. Although I've used this, but it was not giving me a correct output, so I've implemented Vision Core. For this part, for example, there's an equation solve for x in under root x divided by 2 plus under root x by 8 is equals to 9. So the Vision Core API Gemini one is analyzed the particular problem and it is giving us confidence score of 95%. And this is the what you can say, we have written the mathematical form in a simpler way, in a English notation, or so this is how it works. Now after that we will just execute the reasoning. So now the agents are working. First parser agent, it will analyze the structure. Router agent will assign the strategy, and the third retrieval agent will use the contextual knowledge. And now it gave me output. The validation, the system confidence was 100%, and you can see the problem. The problem is under root x by 2 x by 8 is equals to 9. So for this equation part, the latex thing is working, which is making the equation visible in the mathematical form. Otherwise it would have been just like this form. So yeah, this is how the OCR part is working, the Vision Core. Now telling about the OCR part, it is not that much accurate. For example, if I take this equation, so it will take more time, as currently I'm using CPU as the primary engine in this. Okay, so it gave me answer 110 x1 dx11. So it's not that accurate, and if we don't give a accurate problem, then the solution will also be not accurate. So the OCR, this OCR, the light one, isn't that much accurate. So for these kind of JEE problems, Vision Core or the Gemini API is far much better. Now talking about the third part, where we'll use audio. So for the audio part, we can give input as by input by two methods. First, just uploading audio file. The audio file can be WAV, MP3 or MP4 or OGG. To make it much simpler, I've just made a recording interface where you can just simply say and it will transcribe the problem automatically. For example, now I'll say a problem. 4x plus 2y divided by 5y is equals to 2x plus 8y. Solve the equation. Yeah, so this the voice accuracy was 83%. And for this, I'm using Whisper Tiny, which is a very small model, so it's working very fast. But to get more accurate answer, we can use bigger models. Now after this, we'll just execute reasoning. Now the same thing, Praiser agent, router, retrieval, and memory agents, all things are working together, and we'll get our output. Yeah, so the output is 4x plus 2y divided by 5. So we got the output, and there is a strategic breakdown. So this is how this particular project works, and yeah, it's very easy to use and much simple. The UI is also much simpler. I've mainly focused on the logical part of this project. We could have made the UI much better using the React components, um, but I wanted to work on mostly the machine learning part, so I've used Streamlit. So thank you for giving me chance to work on such nice project, and I hope I'll get a response from your side. Thank you.